This episode is presented by Shaw. This month sees Europe's elite start to battle it out to become the best of the best. There's so much pressure at this level and you can't be distracted for 1 single second. It's so important that you keep fresh and focused, which is why it's good to have Shaw's non-stop protection range of antiperspirants to hand. 72-hour non-stop sweat and odour protection that'll keep you fresh and dry on and off the pitch. Shop now at Boots. Shaw, it won't let you down. Hello everybody, welcome to the Football Fill-In. If you are a fan of our show, which I know that you are because you're watching us right now, we need to make you aware that the Football Fill-In is available on YouTube and Spotify and other places at 5 p.m. on a Monday afternoon, correct?
Every Monday.
Every Monday. And the Fuzzcast, our podcast, guest-led podcast, is available every Thursday at 4 p.m.
That's right, on YouTube and Spotify.
And YouTube and Spotify, whereas before it wasn't. But it is now, isn't it?
It is.
Over on the Fuzzcast YouTube channel. It's been another good weekend of football, lads, hasn't it?
Amazing weekend for
We've
me.
enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Goals.
Before we get into the actual weekend's action, Tozer, I need to ask how you're feeling because you underwent a fairly large operation last week, didn't you?
Yeah. No, good. Really good week. I'm back moving a bit more and still
new hip. He weren't moving very well up the stairs earlier, mate. He had his crutches on. He was like an absolute snail.
How many stairs are there? There's got to be about 50 stairs there.
There is a lot of stairs. We're at the top of an old building in Leamington Spa. But the hip, it's been sort of like polished and feels all right.
So I've got like a hip resurfacing. So I've had to, Andy Murray's operation basically, pin into the bone with a cap on it. And not very nice. It was horrible for a few days, but... Yeah, on the men now.
I haven't seen him shift like that in years. He's flying.
Mate,
this is the thing. Have you seen all these throw-ins that have gone on the Prem? I'm coming back to the Prem.
Mate, the kick-offs have changed, throw-ins to the boxes, long
we'll get
balls.
into that.
It's like football's evolving.
Goalies are never playing any short passes. Honestly, I could come back as well.
Yeah.
You could all be back.
Look at this.
You could make a career on it.
We didn't tell him it was Masters football.
Right, should we talk about Man City and Arsenal?
Let's do it.
We may as well, haven't we? It was the big
Absolutely.
Sunday game. It was a meh game. It was a bit milky, wasn't it? Let's not lie. Let's not kid ourselves. I came away from watching the game a little bit kind of disappointed.
What was your big takeaways?
My big takeaway was that nobody really just gave it a go. Nobody. I thought it was probably a fairish result. Arsenal were probably the better team, but nobody really gave it a go. And that's the bit that worries me. I saw the starting lineup and I thought, Arsenal, come on. Like, you're never going to win the Premier League. There's a reason why you keep finishing second, because you never really give it a go. You got to let the shackles off sometimes.
Who would you have changed then?
I would have gone a bit more attacking, with a bit more attacking intent as well. They just seemed like they were happy to not just take any risks. Do you know what I mean? And I think Donnarumma for City, by the way, is like the dream goalkeeper for me, especially when you're playing against Arsenal. They're very good, Arsenal, but they rely on scoring set pieces, and they can't score past Donnarumma.
Didn't look like scoring a set piece.
He's just a big youth who comes out and clobbers everything all the time. It was good to watch, weren't it?
Yeah, no, but they needed a plan B, didn't they? We spoke last week on the show saying how well he'd done in his first game, but they're going to Arsenal, set-piece kings, apparently. Rice's deliveries on song, but he never looked flustered. Quality against him for sure, but he's the real deal in terms of the goalkeeping.
He's so big and commanding though, isn't he, Watto? Because I were talking about it when I was watching the game, and his starting position, he's like four yards out, and he's there, he's big, and
Do you know what that is?
His area.
That's bravery, Tom.
Yeah.
That's bravery.
Yeah, but also he's trusting the people around him. So like Bernardo Silva's one of his little, people that are just pushing him around.
To be that brave in them positions, in them games, on the telly, you've got however many 100 million people watching around the world, right? And you're starting 2 or 3 yards from your goal line in that brave position going, go on then, you put it in here, mate, and I'm just going to come and club it. But they just kept doing it and kept doing it. And like I say, I think Arsenal are a very good team, right? But I think they set up when they play against teams like Man City's to just try and nick a corner or nick a set-piece goal. That's what they
stay in the game, don't they?
It's a bit frustrating, isn't it? Like with Saka, obviously, he's coming back from injury, so you can kind of understand that, can't you? But with Eze, for example...
I want to see Eze on there.
Sure.
Yeah, but Eze, I've watched like nearly every Arsenal game. They're playing at Athletic at the end of the week. He didn't do anything. Eze, for me, at the moment, is frustrating because I just see a player that's either been information overload, he's got too much going on and he's not playing like how he would play. He's not playing with freedom, So, or he's either gone, I made my way to Arsenal now in my career. I hope it's not this. I'm sure it's not this. Made my way to Arsenal now. That's where I needed to get to. Handbrake on.
But surely, Toast, a player like him who was the star player at Palace, surely he needs to be given that run, because if he's in, out, half here, half there on the bench, surely he's not going to get the momentum, or is it so much information that they are teasing him in, easing him in almost.
If you want to win a league, though, how much time do you get? You've got to produce now. You have to produce now. Look at like Liverpool with Isak. They're going with Ekitike because he's producing. They have to win the games now.
I've got a question for you. Have Arsenal got any world-class players?
What's world class?
Okay, for me, world class should be really defined as, in that position, one of the top 2 or 3 in the world.
I think I got one.
Yeah? Who?
Gabriel, centre half.
Okay. That's about it, right?
Yeah.
Anybody else? Saka, is he?
Saka's just off it.
Anybody else?
No.
No?
Do you know what? I look at it and say Saka, I think, is thereabouts, right? So
Top 3 right wingers in the world.
Probably just...
Probably not.
But
I think they've got a lot of players that are just out.
They've got a lot of players
5th or 6th in the
that
world.
could get there. They've got a lot of players that could get there.
That's the problem, isn't it? They're so close to challenging what, at the minute, Liverpool look like they're head and shoulders above everybody again. And there's only one thing come the end of that match. Liverpool fans, Slot, the Liverpool players, they're all buzzing.
They have 2 points there.
Oh, it's a great result for Liverpool.
Great result for them. And I think Arteta was frustrated come the end of the match. You could tell that. But I think he was frustrated in himself as well, because I think he really knows the quality. He sees them every day. And at some point, he must think, if I just let the shackles off here... Man City were there for the taking. Look, Haaland's goal was unreal. I don't think it's stoppable unless you rugby tackle him on the halfway line, basically.
So I'm frustrated at watching the game, right? You've got Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, 2 ex-defenders, and they don't even analyse what Saliba does in that situation.
Exactly.
It was so frustrating, right? So Saliba is a 3v2, yeah? Saliba allows him to play the pass. That's the one thing when you're overloaded. You do not let them pass the ball.
Yeah.
You shut off the passes, then you go to the person who's got the ball. That's the way that it works. Yeah. And Saliba doesn't do that. In fact, he turns his back and lets him pass it behind him, and he's got no chance. He has absolutely no chance.
They broke down the Arsenal goal really well after the game. Micah Richards and Roy Keane, they broke the Arsenal goal down really, really well. And it's such sloppy defending. Honestly, it's criminal defending, in fact. When there's no pressure on the ball,
switched off.
To just sort of be in that just chilling position there. Martinelli must have been looking along that line thinking, hang on a minute.
Yeah, but a back 5 at that point as well, Man City.
That's what I'm saying.
Nonsense.
One player has managed to get all the way across, all 5 players there. Eze must have been watching going, oh my God.
That's a moment of quality from Eze, though, isn't it?
Like, the whole thing was a quality goal, really good goal, but you can't defend like that.
He's rapid, like, as well, being aware of the fact that it's not some big lump of a centre forward. It's Martinelli. He's rapid, isn't
Yeah, I know.
You're almost there on the side of caution when you're a defender and you go up against a rapid player. But they're all rapid now, aren't they? Even the defenders.
So Man City have got 2 world-class players, yeah? At the moment, 2.
Who's
Probably
that, Haaland?
Bernardo Silva won't be far off, right? But Haaland and Donnarumma, they've got 2 world-class players. And I think the world-class players are the ones that win Premier Leagues, yeah? If you've got enough world-class players, you can win a Premier League. If you haven't, then you're going to just fall short. So look at Liverpool. They've got world-class players dotted throughout that team, the spine of the team. And that's probably the reason why they'll win the Premier League.
Like, you look at Arsenal's bench and their whole squad, and you do look at it and
it's
think,
very
it's strong now.
It's incredibly
very
impressive.
Yeah.
But are you saying that it's just they're that 1 or 2 away of the best of the best?
The difference between a world-class player and a 5th or 6th or 7th best in that position in the world, I think is still vast. I do. I really do. In big moments. Look at Liverpool. The reason why Liverpool won 5 out of 5, yeah? Because in big moments, you can rely on the big players to step up and do what they need
Salah
to do.
world-class?
World-class.
So, based on what you've just said then, is there a big gap between Salah and Saka?
Yes.
Do you know what it is, the gap?
Relentless output.
You see,
What did he
yeah.
get? 30 last season?
Relentless, season after season.
That ball he plays for Gravenberch's goal is unbelievable.
That's unbelievable. Yeah. The finish, by the way, Gravenberch.
Yeah, we'll get onto that, yeah.
God. Oh, my God. We'll talk about them in a minute.
The thing is that's what they produce all the time. Arsenal are not producing that in the individual players all the time.
No.
Liverpool, the real top performers who you would talk about every week, they deliver week in, week out, 3 games a week, Champions League, Premier League, whatever the fixture, they produce 99 times out of 100.
You know what you said about Saliba defending for the goal? Take that away and look at Haaland's movement and what Haaland did for the goal. Can that be stopped?
Well, it can, because Gabriel can just have a...
You've got
put a foul on him, bump him,
you've got to bump him,
take the momentum that way so he gets the edge that way. But even there, so going back to that, Gabriel doesn't sprint back. He's not sprinting back. I know Haaland, he's probably thinking, oh, Haaland's quicker than me. I'm going to look silly. Maybe he's thinking that. But if he sprints back, Saliba, in his peripheral vision, sees Gabriel there and maybe then delays for him to then get back to, is it Reinders who's on the ball, who plays the assist?
Reinders, yeah.
Yeah, so then that has a knock-on effect. So if he sees him sprinting back, you're thinking, right, we're going to get the numbers back. So then he might stop that pass. So it's the little details like that.
It's the little details, but it's really the tiny little details, the tiny percentage that could be stopped. And if you want to win leagues and you want to stop people scoring, guys like that, you can stop them. You can get up close and personal. You bump in their doors, take a yellow card. I know it's early in the game, but you might just have to take a yellow card there.
Yeah.
Kicking down, flicking down, whatever you need to do. But when he gets a full head of pace there,
Mate, no stopping.
Steam train.
like we were speaking about it before the show, right? Is there another player gets himself into them positions like Erling Haaland does, where he has got that much time and space in a one-on-one, and I wouldn't want anybody else.
Well, when he went through,
goal.
There's no doubt.
All four of us.
There's no doubt.
It's guaranteed. It's
guaranteed. It's a goal. But to be in that much space, you've seen so many goals like that from Erling Haaland, haven't you? Nobody else gets those opportunities. He creates them for himself.
but
that's why he's world class.
Exactly.
Yeah?
But
He's not world class at necessarily playing one-touch passes and blah blah blah. No. But mate, you put him in those positions. You put him with the ball.
He's a killer,
in front of that goal.
Yeah.
Kill him.
As soon as they play that 1-2 in there, he knows he's in it.
Oh, he does.
And that's where
his
I
eyes
think,
are lighting up.
That's where I think the two centre halves for Arsenal. You can go into all the intricacies and you're spot on with your detail, but the only way to stop him at that point, it's got to be a clever foul.
Yeah.
You ain't getting sent off on the halfway line with a number of people that were in and around it. And that's what you have to do. And maybe that is the difference to get over the line and get the job done, you know what I mean?
Well, look at Ekitike at Liverpool, right? Yeah. So, I mean, we talk about strength in depth. I think it was 61 minutes and they've bought on Vert, Isak and Jones, which is probably £300 million worth of player, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But they've obviously, again, it's Champions League week. They've had a game in the week, went to last minute, scored a goal. You know, that's just what Liverpool do. They can rotate, and there's not a really big drop off. That's the difference as well. Like the drop off isn't vast, is it? Like you've got Wirtz who signed how much, 125 mil or whatever like that, and he's been all right this season. He's been all right.
You'd say he's not really at the ground running.
And not really at the ground running yet.
Yeah, I was listening to TalkSport actually, and Jason Cundy, he said he feels like he's got away with. He said he's going under the radar
massively,
and I kind of agree.
He's getting away with it.
Kind of agree.
But it's because Liverpool have got so many other world-class players that will win you the game. Yeah, and winning the game masks everything. If you've got 5 wins out of 5 like Liverpool have, it masks an awful lot of problems.
What about Isak and Ekitike? Is it just a case of in modern football there's so many games that they'll both get plenty of games, they'll both get plenty of goals? Is that the case, Watto?
I think so, mate. I think if you're trying to get into that top 4 and ultimately be trying to win it, and they're expecting to win the league, they're expecting to go very, very deep in the Champions League. That's what they've built. They've built a phenomenal squad. And when you talk about the Arsenal ones in that world-class bit, that's where the drop-off is for Arsenal. Yeah. They're going to be very, very close. And you know what? The European football might even suit them, but they haven't got the real killer depth what Liverpool have got. I think Liverpool's transfer business this summer was phenomenal, and the only reason I think anybody's still got a chance is the fact that they didn't get Guy over the line, because I think if they'd have taken him as well, oh my God,
unstoppable. The thing people forget as well, Isak isn't fit from his own doing, but he's not fit. So like it's almost buying in time because they're getting the results. Again, it's going under the radar. No one's mentioning it. Like they're not worried about it.
Is that forgivable? A player not being fit. So if you've got an Alexander-Isak...
Well, it can't be match fit, can he?
I get that, but I don't think it can take that long if you are really working your socks off. You know what it's like when you have a good pre-season, right, and you work really hard and you are going above and beyond, which you can do if you really want to, right? You get to that first game and, it's a little bit of a shock to the system, but it's not killing you. Do you know what I mean? Is it forgivable that he's in this position where he's not fully fit yet?
Well, it's all his own doing, isn't it? That's the thing. So I guess it's hard to say because he's had so much. He's been criticised so much for what actually happened in the way that he dealt with the whole Newcastle thing. People are never going to forgive that. But the Liverpool fans will forgive him if he goes and produces, and it'll just all be forgotten.
The thing is, Ekitike is just he just looks so lovely, doesn't he? He does. He looks so lovely, so calm in front of goal. He's not rushing. He's not like snatching at things. He's just making sure he gets a good contact on it. Liverpool in that first half, they were brilliant, honestly. Everton didn't know what day it was. Second half, they kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit, and Everton got back into it a bit, scored a good goal. But Liverpool, geez, honestly.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? And that's why I always think the week when you've got that Champions League match, whoever you play on the weekend after, you've got a real chance. because it's so hard for these teams. And we'll come on to some of the other games like Newcastle going to Bournemouth, just get a point, they're buzzing because it's that hard when you've had the Champions League. But Liverpool, they can hit the straps and then come down a little bit and still know they've got enough just to get across the line. But that's the experience of these teams and players playing 3 games a week throughout the whole careers and knowing what's required.
Everton are a good team, by the way.
They are. Did you see the quick free kick?
Yeah.
Yellow card and
Twice.
Jack
It happened
Grealish.
twice in the game.
Is that something new for you?
I can't actually believe it. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe
Game's gone.
it's been
You and
booked.
Jack, mate, both of you.
Honestly, I just can't believe it. Like, surely you just let the game. You want the game to flow, don't you?
Yeah.
What's the excuse? That was the second time in the space of about 5 or 10 minutes. That
Well, what
happened.
is the reason? Is it just the ref wasn't ready, or what?
Well, I'm guessing so.
You get the impression sometimes referees just want a little bit of attention and they want a little bit of love or something.
power.
A bit of power.
I'm
It's
managing
power,
this
it's
game.
power.
That's what
It
it's
is.
thinking.
It's got to be
Power.
because there's no. Just let it go, mate. Like, let it go. But even then, don't give a yellow card for it. It's not the end of the world, is it? Do you know what I mean?
No.
But yeah,
It's mind
it
blowing.
might be
It's
needed a
absolute mind
breather.
Yeah, the ref probably needed just. Lads, can we just have a few seconds here, by the way? Just a few seconds, yeah.
What about his interview though? I loved it. Jack Grealish. It's just him, isn't it?
Proper.
No,
Just,
he don't care,
yeah.
does he?
Honest, like say it as it is. And why? You know, I'm sure he won't get fined for it. Surely not. But just go out and be honest. That's what you want. You want the personalities, don't you? He's not saying
Who
anything.
was it Everton got in
untoward.
the next game? You said was it West Ham?
Yeah, Monday night.
Oh, that's good. That's an horrible one.
Hey,
You're
where's
Graham
it-
Potter.
where's it at?
At Everton next Monday night.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no
Well, I
doubt.
went last week and I thought they were really unlucky not to beat Villa. I think they were
Battered them, didn't
they were
they?
well in front of Villa. And on all the pressure, if Potter gets to next Monday, that's going to be a tough game for them.
Very
Do you
tough.
reckon he could go before that?
I reckon so because there's so much talk about it already and potential of who they've spoke to, who they haven't spoke to, what kind of manager they'd really like. There's a little bit too much out there, and I think that's how West Ham are run. Do you know what I mean? It's never an internal process and, right, we'll just deal with it. They like to put little bits and pieces out. And
They're in a bad way, West Ham, because
so.
they had a bit of a protest at the game about the ownership. Not necessarily about Potter, but then it kind of turned into a little bit of a protest about Potter as well with the result as well. But these are the games that get you sacked when you lose to Crystal Palace. They're the ones that get you sacked. Don't get me wrong, Palace are a good team, but start of the season, you'd say West Ham and Palace are about neck and neck, wouldn't you? That's what
Yeah.
you'd probably say. Around about.
Well,
Maybe
if you
maybe
West
you'd
Ham,
expect-
you'd like to think so,
yeah,
wouldn't you?
but you wouldn't think they'd be miles ahead of you, but they were.
Mate, as soon as I saw the team sheet so early on in the season, 4 games in, and he's changed the goalie at West Ham, you know that they're in big trouble.
Why do they do that? Why do managers change goalies so quickly when you start
I think
getting bad results?
it's a last act of desperation and panic, but you have to back that goalie. He's a new signing from Leicester, did amazing for Leicester last year, and of course the pressures might be slightly different at West Ham, and he might not be settled in or whatever, but if you're going to pull the rug from under him after 4 games, he loses all confidence within the staff, the whole environment. And do you know what? Areola's a really good goalie, but he's got to know that he's got an 8, 10, 12 game programme now.
He knows that he'd fancy him there.
No, exactly.
But the problem is that goalkeeping department there is really interesting because last season Lucas Fabianski was in and out, right?
Yeah.
And now he obviously left the club, re-signed for the club. So
They know there's a
for
problem.
West Ham, for them, they've got 3 number 1s.
Sort of.
Haven't they?
I'd say at this moment in time, they definitely have sort of got 3 number 1s. You either go Fabianski, where you're going to get a bit of stability, experience. You might not have as much dynamism as what Areola brings, or the youthful, inexperience of what Hermanson brings. But by dropping the goalkeeper now means that he can't put him back in next week. They lost the game, but he can't go and put Hermanson
If you're
back in.
Fabianski, you are thinking, I might get a little chance here.
He played,
Without doubt.
he played for the 21s in the week at MK Dons.
Did he?
Honestly, yeah. The
But he can't be fit neither, can he? Like the sharpness.
No, goalies
keeper's
a different breed, all right?
Yeah, you
Goalies
come
look
in and
after
play
us.
6
We're
games.
professionals.
Oh.
Yeah, mate, all right?
What's it looking like in training, though? Right, with them 3. Monday morning, Tuesday morning.
I think the
What's that?
Fair game, no?
I think the dynamic will be tough.
It
for
will
the,
be,
for the
won't it?
coach.
Competitive.
Yeah, it will be very competitive. But like as a goalie coach, you always have to start, and you have to give somebody like the heads up, like who's taking the first action, and that's normally a bit of pecking order. But
Yeah, it's the most awkward thing.
Oh,
in the world.
mate.
It's so good, right?
They'll be
Because
fighting a bit here.
I have to rely, like, if it's a bit up in the air, right, and it's sort of 50-50 who's going to be playing in the game on Saturday, right? If I think I'm playing, or if the other goalie thinks I'm, like, it's up to the goalie coach, genuinely, to get a bit of about himself, right, and go, Ben, you're in first, yeah? And what that means is, Ben, you're in first means that I'm playing on Saturday.
Does the goalie coach always know?
When it were my time doing the job, yeah, for sure. Because I wouldn't allow me not to know. I think there's a lot of fluff about the job now, and the younger coaches, managers still seem to try and have that power and thing over them, but it really creates a disconnect within the goalies group when they can't trust that the goalie coach knows the information and knows where you're at.
I've had a few goalie coaches who have been absolute shithouses. Like, shithouses.
I hope you're not talking about
me. Definitely not Watto. Won't take that responsibility, won't have the broad shoulders and go, Ben, you're in first. They'll just let us go and they'll wait for somebody to go in.
Nah.
And it's such a shithouse move it is, because I've been in the position and I'm literally looking at the goalie coach and I've had to go to him after training and I go, mate, like, have a bit of bollocks, would you, yeah? Just say who's going in.
I'm just trying to think of the
because
goalies.
You know.
The goalies. I think I know which goalie will have tried to step in front of you.
Yeah, you do, yeah. But you do. And I've had to say to him, like, just tell us. You know who's playing on Saturday, yeah? If I'm getting dropped or he's getting dropped and I'm in or he's... Just tell us, yeah? It's not rocket science.
It's the same when
right?
you work with, like, the back four or the back three. And they're like, right, can
we have a back six?
No, any three of you in, and you're thinking, oh, shut up.
It's not any three, is it? You know who the back three is.
Yeah, because you're making changes.
Can we just give Palace a little bit of love? I think that is 17 unbeaten.
In all competitions. Phenomenal. Wow.
Well, I think he's...
what a job he's doing.
Glasner's incredible. I was saying to you before we started when Clint and Morrison were doing a piece and he'd been in at their training ground and because of his connections there, he'd stayed for the day or the morning and he went into, not the detail of what Glasner did, but I think it blew his mind watching the first team session and the way Glasner operated in and around that session and the coaching and the detail he put in. And I think the top modern coach and manager, what they do around it and the detail they can put in very quickly is amazing.
You get into quite a lot of training grounds now, don't you?
Yeah.
So if there's 3 Premier League managers you want to go and watch, who's your wish list of top 3 now?
I wanted to go and watch Glasner.
Yeah.
I want to watch Emery, and I'd like to see Slot at Liverpool.
Oh, really? Nice. What about Iraola?
Thomas Frank?
Hurtzler.
Arteta.
All right, there's probably 16 I want to get into really.
But it's true though. How many good young managers are there now?
No,
like, it's mad, isn't it?
It's phenomenal. And the one I didn't mention, and you're right about Frank, because he has been so impressive at Spurs. And I think the players at Brentford absolutely loved him. But you can see these players at Spurs are really gravitating to him, and they can feel that it's different to Ange, even though they won that trophy. It's not a one-trick pony here. There's a plan all the time and bits and pieces, and I think that he is going to do really, really well at Spurs.
We're going to talk about United in a minute. Before we do, though, did you see Marcus Rashford in the week for Barcelona?
Yes.
Couple goals, fantastic performance, just looked proper, didn't he? Old school Marcus Rashford. We love to see it, don't we?
Backed himself, yeah.
And then he goes and gets dropped at the weekend because he was late for a team stretching session the morning of a game. Ben Tozer, as a captain, yeah, I've been around him and he would have lost his shit at him, by the way. If one of your players was late for a team meeting or a team stretching session and there's 30 odd blokes there on time with everything they need, good to go, and there's one person late,
the loanee,
how does that go down?
Yeah, even when you're in the room, there's 29 of you in a room. Everyone's going like literally, excuse my language, but everyone's going, oh fuck him, like fuck him off, get rid of him. He's no good. No one wants him around here.
Even
waste
if it's
of space.
The best player.
Yeah.
Even if it's the best
everyone's
player,
like got no time for him. Got absolutely no time for him. None of this, blah, blah, blah. But then it's always funny because that player will walk in and then his mates will be like, hey, you're right, because they know that they're waiting for the person who's in charge of either the fines or the captain or whatever. They're kind of relying on them to be the one who then has that word with them or outs them in front of everyone or whatever your kind of style is. That's what everyone's waiting for. But yeah, it's always an interesting dynamic because as well as the finesman, do you go up to them? Do you like say everyone goes fine like that, or do you have a quiet word? Just go over to them and just be like...
Well, the way that Barcelona have dealt with it, right? Hansi Flick, obviously you can just tell he don't take no shit.
Yeah.
It's quite simple.
I'd have loved to be in the room when he walked in.
I would have loved to as well.
Everyone just silent.
This is where a leader steps up, right? This is where you need a real strong manager who goes, right, lads, these are the rules, yeah? Don't break the rules. It's not hard.
Let me ask you a question, though. So it's about being late,
yeah.
Okay? Are we talking... So let's say it's 9:30 a.m. Are we talking 9:32 and it's a problem, or are we talking like 9:45? What are we talking?
No, 9:30.
Doesn't matter.
Is it 9:31? It's the same.
No, that's late.
It doesn't matter.
Right,
It's
okay.
late. If you're
So
not
if you're 1
ready,
minute or 20.
if you're not, so they're doing a stretching session. So what it would be is you'd have all the yoga mats on the floor in a big conference room, and it would be right, lie on your back, lads, and it's like right, grab your knee first. And if you're not ready at 9:30 to go from when that fitness coach says, right, lads, let's go. Yeah, if you're not lying there, good to go, set, you're late.
Regardless of what's happening.
Regardless of
See,
what's
I've
happening.
even had it where you have to literally specify it to the second. Like, I'll put it on the fine sheet and it would be literally like 9:30, and it would be like the exact like digits.
Right.
Start.
00 is late.
So what if Marcus Rashford walks in and goes, sorry guys, the chairman wanted me for 1 minute.
So, right, there's 29 other
Right.
players here, yeah, that are here on time with everything they need,
Okay.
right? If you're late, it's because you're late. I don't care what
you
it was.
say to the person, who, I'm sorry, I'm going to be late. I'll catch you after.
Yeah,
that's it. That's
Right,
what you have to be.
What you really want is everybody to be outside that room at 9:25. If it starts at 9:30, you want everybody outside the room at 9:25, good to go. Yeah. As soon as the doors open at 9:25, you're all in there and you just sit all lying on your back for 5 minutes waiting for the session to get
Have
started.
you ever been the guy?
I've never been late for a stretching session or anything like that. I've had late for a meeting where the on the group chat it weren't put on or something like that. But it's complete accident. I've been in teams where, like, think back to Capello in England, mate. Honestly, some of the lads used to walk in late. Oh, mate, it was just like I was sitting there buzzing because I'm thinking, oh, he's going to get battered. He's going to get battered in a minute. Right? And you're sitting there, and they walk through the door, and it's all quiet, and everybody doesn't even want to look back.
Yeah.
Because Capello's just watching, right? Just watching with his eyes, and nobody even looks back at the player that's just walked in the room, and he says, sorry. And then they sit down, they say it all quietly and softly, but you know in a second Capello's just going to go, brah! and just go off on one, right?
He, at that point, would he take them out of the team?
No, he wouldn't have taken them out of the team, but he would just batter them. He would go at it, and he'd make a point of saying, 29 other players here, you're the only one that's late. Why are you late? Do you know what I mean? That's what he'd do. He'd absolutely batter you. But I guarantee you
It's disrespectful, isn't it? That's the thing. It's so
what it is.
disrespectful.
I understand people go, oh, he's a minute late, he's 2 minutes late. Doesn't matter. Yeah. There's 29 other people there that are waiting for you, yeah? That are waiting for you. If you can't get the basics right, then it's not good enough.
It's the culture that you're trying to create, isn't it? Like, you know, I've worked under some really good managers, and the players would not disrespect people because they know at certain levels with certain managers. Like Koeman, when he came to Southampton, you were late. You were out of the team.
Out of the team.
Do you remember when you
even
came?
let you in the meeting or
when you came to Wrexham, you were doing your like phone or thingy on breakfast.
Camera thing, yeah.
Mate, the amount of people that were like, "Oh, it's Ben Foster. You won't say anything." I'm thinking,
He did.
I will. Yeah, I will. Because as well, you have to like lay down the law.
Yeah.
If you let you come in, like there's only 4 games left of the season, or is it getting a bit? It's like, no, it's not. Like that's the detail you have
You
to
only
be.
wanted to talk to him so you could get on it.
No. yeah, it worked.
Hey, hello, mate.
Surprise.
I sat down at breakfast and I had my camera out, and he went, Fozzie, no phones. I went, it's a camera. He went, same thing. I went, OK, mate, no worries. But when the whole team are looking at you, you've got 20-odd blokes looking at you, and you go, OK, cool.
No video that weekend.
And then
So it's you to blame for the lack of footage.
and then everybody on the table looks at me and goes, there's a good boy.
Can we do some Robert Sanchez, Man United and
Yeah,
Chelsea?
let's talk about Man United. Right, Watto, game kicks off, and a few minutes later, you're off. Red card, 4 minutes. What's he doing, mate?
Pretty disastrous, isn't it? I mean, it's the only thing I think Sesko can do well in it.
Yeah, flick on.
Good flick on, yeah. So it's a good flick on. I mean,
He's gone for Sesko massively.
Early doors.
Oh, my gosh.
Look, we've got to be honest, didn't we? So you talked about all the managers I'd like to go and see. I wouldn't want to go and watch Amorim play 3-4-3. So that's only 19 left. But anyway, Sesko, he did a good header, didn't he? The defending's really poor. I mean, to allow the run inside him.
Yeah.
Sanchez actually in a decent start position.
Yeah.
And I think he knows that the defender's beat.
Yeah.
So he's kind of held, and then late. It's a red card.
It's a rash decision because he's not even close to getting the ball. Do you know what I mean? If you're sort of like going for a full swipe on the ball and then you just miss it because they just get in front of you. But the guy Mbeumo got there so much earlier than him.
I always think
I
always feel like it. Listen, it's a red card. The rules are the rules.
Yeah.
And it's a red card. But I always sometimes think it kind of ruins the game to a degree early doors, and it feels a little bit harsh because you've got 2 defenders that are right there, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got 2 defenders that are right there, and he's not guaranteed.
Yeah,
to
but
score.
anybody else does that on the pitch, it's a red card. Yeah, if you do that in the centre circle and the player just gets there and you go bosh.
But as a goalkeeper, right, the weather is playing a part, isn't it? It's causing doubt. It's putting all sorts of doubt into your head.
But you're aware of all that kind of stuff as a goalie. You are, and don't get me wrong, I've done it myself, and I'll give penalties away where I've come out and I've not just quite get there because the pace is so quick. Yeah. But 4 minutes into the game and. I don't know.
But you say it ruins the game. You say it ruins the game until you've got a Casemiro, the most experienced player on the pitch, that goes and stupidly gets sent off before half time.
He tried to level it up, didn't he?
What's he doing?
What is he doing? That's an experienced player.
Yeah. Talking about managers, and I know exactly what you're saying about Casemiro, but so we talked about who would you want to see. Slot took Kirkes off last week after 30 minutes. Yeah. And put Robertson on. Phenomenal replacement. Top management. Right, you're winning 2-0 at home. Casemiro's had his yellow. Any manager who thinks that he's liable for that.
Well, he's got.
You at least have a word with them, don't you?
The problem is, he's liable. The problem is, at his age, though, he's still liable for it. I just don't get it. I don't get what's going through his head. So the manager needs to be aware of this.
Exactly.
You'd like to think Casemiro, Real Madrid legend, played this many games, that many games. Like you could trust him and go, like even if you just give him a little glance and go, whoa, calm it down, relax yourself. But he didn't.
It was on half time, wasn't it?
He just carried on.
Just before half time.
With the conditions as they were, he'd had the booking. Why do you want to risk it as a manager?
Just take
at that point.
And you're 2-0 up, you're cruising. You're 11 against 10. Like you could have put anybody on there, and it's cool. The game gets seen out. You're winning this 2-3-0, 4-0. Do you know what I mean? But he didn't. It's the most sloppy yellow card as well.
It's a bit of a plaster over a wound for United, though, isn't it?
Yeah, they've kind of got away with one really. Like I say, if that was anybody, if that's a Liverpool, if that's somebody there going on and absolutely pumping them.
And the goal, the Chelsea goal, if I was any of the coaching staff, a fan, you watch it. Right, my kids at the weekend, under 10s, short corner, and you're going, short corner, watch it,
wake up.
Right, this is Premier League. That's unforgivable, isn't it?
They're the little details that I just feel have crept into the game and being overlooked massively.
Concentration, isn't it? It's just concentration.
But these are the best of the best, aren't they? Ugarte, even when Ugarte switches onto it, the jog over.
It's too late. It's too late.
But that's where I find like the set piece coaches now have so much autonomy. Both teams have lost a player, so there's more space, and you have to tweak your setups. But they're probably looking at the set piece coach in thinking, right, you need to tell us here, rather than actually dealing with the situation. And you guys on the field have to take some autonomy and deal with it, don't you?
But
they're always trying to give somebody else.
This is the problem with the modern player. The accountability now has just gone so out the window because it's got so detailed and there's so many meetings and there's so much data to look at, right? That actually thinking for yourself in that moment, in the heat of the battle, has gone now. People don't do that. Why would you do that? They're always waiting to be told. Yeah, I know. Why would you wait to think for yourself?
I know Watto's already slaughtered Sesko. But
Jesus.
If you put Ekitike, if you put Isak, if you put Haaland up front for United, is it a different outcome to having Sesko? Is it the delivery?
They'd have to play a different style of football.
Is it the service?
He don't really get much service, in fairness to him. Right?
But at least with them players that you said, you know what they offer.
Exactly, yeah. But they suit a Liverpool, they suit a whoever it is because they play a certain style of football which incorporates all that.
All right, then. So why does Sesko suit Man United?
That's what I don't know. I don't know what the actual system is, though. I don't know what they're trying to do.
Like with Højlund last season, Sesko, is that a ridiculously big upgrade?
Well, Amorim's pretty clear, isn't it? If Plan A doesn't work, do Plan A better. So we've got Plan A of Højlund, and he says, no, OK, we'll do Plan A better with exactly the same player.
The one thing I worry about is I don't know what that is. I don't know what the plan is for Sesko, but especially, he's a big lad, right? But he keeps dropping and getting hold of the ball, and trying to bring everybody up, right? At that point, then, surely the game plan should be wingers around, overlap, balls into the box, and then you just turn and bust a gut to get into the box, Trying to get heads, flicks, anything, right, onto it. But they don't. It just don't work like that.
Mbeumo looks very, very
he's a good player, mate. I love Mbeumo.
He's brilliant. Like the...
Work rate.
Mate,
his work rate.
Well, I said last week, again,
he offers everything.
He was phenomenal in that game.
He's a great player.
He was really, really good, but he'll be getting frustrated with what's in and around him and what the actual last bit of the action should be like. And they never really finish too many actions. That's the problem with Man United.
Yeah. If you can have 11 players on a pitch that worked as hard as Brian and Mbeumo, yeah, you don't really need much of a game plan. You don't need much tactics, you don't need much anything, because you just find it yourself. You do it by shutting people down and getting in their faces and constantly working. It will just happen for you, won't it? But when you're relying on players who think they're too technically good to actually do a bit of work, yeah, you require an absolute brilliance. And I just think the game now is so good, everybody is very, very good, that to find those moments of brilliance now is even harder.
How do you think this ends for Amorim and United? And when?
I think he's got a couple months left probably. He'll go for a bad little run of 2 or 3 or 4 games in a row where he loses or lose, draw, and eventually they'll go, right, we've had enough now. It's obvious it's not.
So writing's on the wall.
I'd
Is
say
it true
so.
about the compensation thing? Have you seen that?
I saw that. Is it?
So like, could that play a massive part of it? Probably does.
Probably, yeah. Probably, but it's just I just watch them and I just don't really see any kind of like cohesion.
And the players
Nothing
don't look like
nice.
there's a real connect with it, does it? Because it can't always be so disjointed. I'd expect him to be having his Christmas dinner on a beach in Portugal somewhere.
Oh, how good would that be? Oh, it'd be lovely.
Well, you look at Thomas Frank, right, and the difference in the feeling around them and on pitch, post match. It's night and day to United, isn't it?
Yeah, I waxed lyrical about him last year and over the years with Brentford, and you always wonder, A, whether he's going to get the opportunity at a bigger club, and if he gets the opportunity, how will it pan out? And look, you know, Spurs fans are quite fickle, aren't they? They lost at home to Bournemouth, and everything that he'd done was quickly forgotten. But I think, you know, they won in the Champions League midweek, tough place to go, Brighton, the 2-0 down, but they played so well. They're probably unlucky not to win, and he said that was their best performance. So the players, apart from maybe Richarlison, are buying into it, because I don't know why he laid on the floor for about 90 seconds before the second goal.
We watched this, right? So before the show, I said, right, lads, crowded around the monitor, didn't we? And from where Van Hecke goes into the back of him to the Ayari goal, which was about a minute.
I think he might have died. Because he just lay there, didn't look at anything, didn't care about his teammates. It was all about himself.
Yes.
Yeah? That is the bit there that I just can't get my head around. I can't get my head around. To just lie on the floor. Like, if you were walking down a high street, right, and somebody just gave you a little nudge or something like that, right, would you just lie on the floor?
Well, Toes would at the minute, wouldn't he? He's down there. He's not getting back up, mate. He's done.
And just stay there. Right?
At least don't call for help or try
The context's a little bit different.
No, but either way, like, he's fine. You know he's fine, right? Even if he's like pulled a muscle in his back,
you still get up and
roll
try
over and go, lads, like, I've done something there. I can't help you, but I've hurt. He just lay there looking at the ground, sucking on the grass stuff.
I thought there was a sniper in the crowd.
Honestly, it's awful. And then they go and score from it as well. Like, it's a phase of play. And don't
No, but at that point,
20, 30
when he hears that cheer, he's like, fuck, I better lay down
Mate,
here.
if I, honestly, right, if I'm Thomas Frank and one of my players, I don't care who I am actually, any manager, and one of my players just laid down on the ground like that for a 30, 40 second thing, didn't look out for the rest of his teammates, didn't care about what was happening in the game, yeah? He's off.
Some players have this demeanour, though, don't they? So Bruno Fernandes can be a little bit like it, and Richarlison too. Is it just demeanour? Because even for his goal, right, the ball's got fired into him, and it looked like he couldn't be bothered. And it's almost like the first touch was a bit of luck, and then he went, there's a chance here, and he jumped on it very, very quickly.
Do you remember at the start of the season when he scored those 2 goals and everyone was like, oh, Richarlison? And I said, well, yeah, I wouldn't rely on it kind of lasting, to be honest.
He'll get bored, is what he said.
Basically, he gets bored and he kind of does really well for a few weeks and then he'll disappear again for a few months. And it seems to just be a recurring theme, really. But I can't have it. I can't abide somebody just lying on the floor pretending that they're absolutely in agony and not looking out for the rest of your teammates. That's not being a team player for me. That's not cool.
Well, I'm hoping that Solanke gets fit for Frank and for Spurs, because of what Thomas Frank did with the front three at Brentford
yeah.
and the careers they've all gone on to have. I think he could be really good for Solanke and take him to that next level, which would also be good for England in the summer.
It would suit him well as well, Solanke, because he works hard. Solanke does. He likes to get about, and that's what Thomas Frank's going to demand of his players.
But we sat here like a year ago and spoke about Frank and said, like, it'd be perfect for Man United. I remember sitting on the show and talking about Thomas Frank being perfect for Man United.
We said he's probably not sexy enough for Man United.
Yeah.
That's what we said back then as well. Mate, it just goes to show somebody who would be good for Man United, though. We talked about him already. Glasner. Only got 9 months left on his contract at Palace. Yeah? You reckon?
Well,
is he sexy enough for Man United?
Well, he probably isn't, is he? But let's have it right. They're not playing sexy football. If I'm Thomas Glasner and I've got 9 months left, I'm not signing nothing at Palace. I'm potentially going to lose Gay in January for a pittance anyway. They've got some real talent. Eze went, Wharton, Mago. What he's done there is phenomenal. And could he do the job at Man United? 100% he could do.
Do you know my only worry about it is Man United are so sick and tired of playing 3 at the back, and if they go and get Glasner and he goes, right, I'm playing 3 at the back, you go, nah, come on, mate, this ain't going to work.
No, but then the question is Mateta sexier than Sesko?
Mate, you put the ball in the back of the net.
He'd get a goal,
More goals.
Hey, I love Mateta, mate.
You're Jim Ratcliffe, you're Dave Brown, whoever it is, you're the guy, okay, United. Glasner or Emery?
I think the need to come away from the back 3.
Yeah,
I think that it's not in the Man United
I know I'm having Iraola. I think he's absolutely
for this guy,
superb.
right, to have lost five starting...
Four of his back 5.
Star players, though. 5 star players, like big players for them. To have lost them and then still to have looked like they've gotten better. Look like they've gotten better. Yeah, they're 4th in the league, by the way. 5 points off top.
This is what we keep saying. These are top managers. You're not playing Football Manager at home. This is the real deal.
I think Bournemouth might be one of the toughest places to go in the Premier League. Honestly, I watch them at home, and they've always been this way, Bournemouth have anyway, where they get the ball back into play so quick, right? They are so quick with it all the time.
Didn't we? It's a great result for Newcastle after
really
the Champions League game in the week.
Resting the 3 players, Joelinton, Guimaraes.
And go and get a point, because Bournemouth's a tough place to go.
Proper team, mate.
But do you remember last year as well, when last year Bournemouth went to Newcastle and they only had 11 fit senior players, and they beat them. They wiped the floor with Newcastle.
That's got to be a mentality thing.
It's incredible.
Because some managers allow their team at that point an excuse. They allow them off the hook almost, don't they? Oh, we've only got 11 fit players. They're saying it in the press conference all week. We've only got 11. That seeps into the subconscious, you know. It seeps into the players'
Bournemouth
psyche.
blew that out of the water last year, didn't they? Because there was that weekend, wasn't there? They absolutely battered Newcastle, and there were a few teams that were a lot of injuries.
And Spurs were saying they'd got no.
Yeah, that's it. It was Spurs.
But it shows you how good a coach is when he loses 4 of his back 5
and still
doesn't moan about it, and there's no backlash, nothing.
Well, just talking about managers while we're here for a second, just buzzing off your mate Thomas Frank, right? So they had the Champions League match in the week, didn't they? 1-0, great result for them. But in the press conference before the game, they asked Thomas Frank, like, first Champions League game, you know, is it a special moment for you? Going to be excited? And he went, in his like dry German accent, basically. No.
Walter Marder was buying it.
Walter Marder. He said basically no. Like the music's going to play and it'll be cool, but it's just a game. Yeah. And that was it. And just stopped the question there. And I just thought, I love that. Like you'd have other managers going, yeah, it's going to be such a great occasion, really embellishing it. He was like, it's just a game. Yeah. I don't care if it's a League Cup game away at blooming Grimsby or it's a Champions League match at the Bernabeu. It doesn't matter.
And that seeps back into your players
as
well.
Doesn't it just? Yeah. Exactly.
Well,
that,
I think
mate.
that's the thing with Iraola, isn't it? He believes in the players and they believe in him, but the process of what you're doing in the week and the ones you're working with, he knows what they're going to deliver, and you trust in the process either way. And I think that's the point. The modern manager, the work that he does in the week is phenomenal to really then empower and trust these players to go and deliver.
Maybe he is, like we said about a defending session, maybe he is going any 3 at the back or any 4 at the back. Like, I trust any of you. Just, do you know, like when you said about, no, Ben, you go first as a goalkeeper coach, like in your sessions. Yeah. Maybe he's just going, right, you all know your roles, play together because it's going to happen. Yeah. Someone's going to get injured off, someone's going to get sent off, whatever. Learn to play with each other.
Matty Cash goal.
Yes.
Robin Roofs in goal.
Yes.
Goalkeeping, talk to me.
Yeah, I don't like his choice of how he tried to save it, basically. When somebody's unleashing from 25, 30 yards, we already know that these balls are a little bit movie. They're different to the night balls, but already we've seen a few goals. The Vicario mistake that he lets Ajayi score, similar sort of strike, really. But Matty Cash, when he's unloading from 30 yards out, right, I'm thinking, oh no, this is the perfect distance to get a bit of wobble on the ball, right? So as a goalie, you've got to try and stand up as big as you can. It's coming through a sea of bodies anyway, and straight away you can see the ball start to shift off to the left-hand side. So you're standing there, it's coming straight at you, then the ball starts to do a bit of movement. It's at that point there where you need as big a surface on the ball as you possibly can, right? So you're opening up your hands and you are just trying to get all the way over the ball, almost get like your wrists over everything.
Yeah.
So if the ball's there, you want almost your hands over it, right? Because you know that if it moves at the last second, it can just go.
So if
through
it doesn't
the
hit your hands, it's going to hit your
It can hit
forearms.
something, but you need to get enough of a contact on it to just drop it down, tip it over, no matter what it is, just stop it in the back of the net, right? But he doesn't. He goes with a fist. He goes with 2 fists. And not only does he keep them like that, he always sort of crosses them, which makes it even smaller, right? And I think these are the little moments here. He's obviously a young goalkeeper, but these are the moments that in the heat of the battle, right, where the real pressure moments come on you and you've got a split second to think, this is where you still got to remain calm. You've got to be really calm under that pressure to not do that and panic, because it's a bit of a panic, isn't it? Don't panic, get as much of a surface as you possibly can, probably would have stopped it.
And Ronaldo, red card?
Yes, it's a red card. What's he doing, mate?
You can't kick somebody there, Tom, can you?
This day and age, mate. In this day and age, you can't. Like, this will lose you games. This will get you relegated if you keep doing silly things like this.
They were lucky that it's at home and the fans and the atmosphere they've got is really good, and they caught Villa at the right time because they're just not popping at them.
They're very aggressive, aren't they? And the was it Ballard that came in and kind of cleared Emmy out.
Yep.
And then on the follow-up, you've got Mukiele challenge on Mings, where he's almost shoulder high, not quite shoulder high, but 2 feet off the ground. And I was like, that's got to be a red. And you were like, nah, it isn't.
Nah, because he's not looking at the player. He is genuinely trying to get a contact on the ball, and I think then he's been knocked. Sort of his body's been knocked. His legs end up sort of basically chopping Tyrone Mings in half.
I reckon Tyrone Mings is disagreeing with you there.
Yeah, I probably would, to be fair, probably would. But it's another fantastic result for Sunderland. Down to 10 men, getting back into the game, getting the equaliser. But it just goes to show, being physical, that home advantage as well, that might just be enough to get them safe this season, you know.
It's
I think now is such a massive chance as well, by the way, because if you look at the teams that are in the relegation zone at the minute, like 3 teams, the 3 promoted teams, could genuinely stay up this season.
It's quite refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's refreshing, and unfortunately for Tom's team, Wolves, you're fearing the worst at the minute. But maybe the new manager and his new contract, Tom, will inspire Wolves
it's bullshit.
to move
Has
forward.
he honestly signed
I'm sorry, but you've lost the first, what is it, 4 games of the season.
Yeah.
And you've got 1 point out of 27. So 1 point in 9 games going on to the back of that season. And he's got a new contract in the week.
Mate.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make a difference, does it? Managers, when they sign new contracts, because they might have like a 4-year deal, but at the end of the day, they might only get a year payoff anyway.
But sorry, mate, what message does it send, though? Right, so if you're a Wolves fan, players, and you're in the trenches, you're getting popped every week.
Well, as the players that are unhappy, it might send a message like, tough luck, you're sticking with this guy. Or it might be like, right, they are backing the manager, let's just buck our ideas up and we need to, get on with it, basically.
It's the post-match press conference. They asked him and he shot them down and was like, nope, not worried about my job. Absolutely not worried about it.
If he has signed a 3 or 4 year deal, for example, right, there will be a clause in there where they only have to pay him off 6 months or a year or something, so they might have upped his wages, but I guarantee you they've got something in there where it's a 6-month payoff or a year's payoff, right? But what it gives the manager is full kind of autonomy, if he wants to just go, no, you know what, I'm just going to double down. If I'm annoyed after a game, I can come out and say what I want, to be fair, because if they sack me, boom, I've got a year's payoff. Cooking.
You said, didn't you, Watto, about the kind of messaging within the club?
Yeah, I think sometimes the players go the other way with it, because the players know they're struggling, and then you talk about the manager's attributes, his tactics maybe, his demeanour and all these things. But players are very simple creatures, and if the manager's getting a new deal and we're all not doing really well, it's like, well, why aren't I getting one? And if he's not getting one and all this, and it just creates something behind it, because really nobody can understand why he's got it.
This is bad news, this result for Wolves, by the way. Bottom of the league anyway, 4 out of 4 defeats, and then you're at home against a newly promoted team and you get popped off the park as well. These are about as bad a results.
And what about the goals? Because the one I wanted to ask you about was the Jose Sarr, the free kick, right? So obviously Stacks caught it really, really well, but I'm looking at it there from a layman point of view going, he's on the right side here and there's 2 yards and it's still gone in past him. What happened there?
We were a bit disappointed, weren't we, Watto? Because initially I thought he must have guessed. He must have guessed that he's going to the other side.
He didn't shift.
No, he didn't shift. That's the problem. It's even worse, in fairness, is that his body weight was dead central. He was watching it, didn't move or guess that way, so he's then got to shift his weight back. He just didn't have enough spring, didn't have enough quick feet. wasn't able to get up in time, and that was a little bit of a worry, I won't lie. Because if that's one of your big boys, if that's your Donnarumma or your Alisson, I'm not saying they're catching it, but they're quite comfortably getting across to claw that one away.
Yeah, and look, for Wolves to get anywhere near it because of the 3 teams that have come up doing really, really well this year, they need a goalie to be on top form. Obviously, he missed last week. Sam Johnson went in. He's put Sarr back in this week, and sometimes he's not old, to be fair, Sarr, but Father Time on that goal looked like it will catch him.
I think he's 33 in January.
Yeah.
And you said, didn't you, it just comes at different
Sometimes
times,
it does, yeah. I think like we know a little bit about his personality and his character as well, and he's not somebody that's in love with football, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? He doesn't live and breathe football. He's got other priorities, and I can't blame him one little bit, to be honest with you, because that's kind of how I was. I think for me, it probably came a little bit later on in my 30s, where I sort of lost that bit of electricity. Do you know what I mean? It just, for that goal in particular, I just feel there wasn't really any explosiveness, any real push to try and get it. Which, you know, I think Wolves are just, I think they're, unfortunately,
a lot of love for
as a
Leeds,
West
though.
Brom fan.
A lot of love for Leeds now.
Yeah, Leeds, bloody
You know,
right as well.
massive
Well done.
club.
DCL,
Decent, mate.
DCL
Yeah, got his first goal.
Good header.
Yeah, really good header.
Great header.
What do you think about this, right? This is a bit off Kiwi, but what do you think about him going up to the fans after, like, Farker going up and doing, like,
But it's the Germanic way, innit? They
but
love it.
doesn't look authentic.
It's
like,
trend,
it's just
You had to watch Paul Mullin do that for about 3 seasons, you
It
did.
used to drive me mad.
Did it? It'd
Oh.
have sickened him, it would. Honestly,
It's
it would have
sickening.
sickened him. He'd have watched him and go, look at him, he loves it, he does.
It's not that. It's just
all in
like,
attention.
come on.
Give me attention, he loves it. He'd have hated every bit of it.
It's a bit of a fad, isn't it? Like managers.
It's
The results turn against you. Like, you don't want to go up to the fans like Sellers at Sheffield United, did you? He didn't want to be in front of them fans, did he?
No, but I've had managers, right, where they go after the game, they go up to the crowd and they give it, ooh, hooray, when they win, and then you beat them, they don't even shake your hand, they walk
they're
off
in.
the pitch.
Straight
I
to
swear,
the
I've got a little book at home and I've got them people in my book.
Honestly, he used to take long throws. As he was walking up to get the ball, he was going, come on, come on. Walking around going, Tozer, look at it. The last thing you'll see before we score.
We're going to talk about Brentford Fulham before we do the quiz, right? And Brentford are getting these long throws in, as are other teams. You must be looking at these long throws, right, and going,
I love it.
Is that the long throw? Because one thing, right, listening to TalkSport last week, and they're going, right, long, Rory to lap, right?
Further than him.
Dave Challoner, and I'm going, Ben Tozer. Right, have you got the clip as on your favourites?
It'll be on there somewhere, yeah.
Be on there somewhere.
The one that we were watching in New Zealand?
The one that you were watching in New Zealand every
The one
day.
that we were watching in New Zealand.
Yeah. We'll put it on screen now.
Look at that one.
Yeah.
This is a long throw.
This goes to the back. It goes out the 6 yard.
Clear the back post at Wembley.
Clear the back post
I don't think
at
Delap's
Wembley.
ever done that.
Did clear the back post at Wembley.
Yeah.
But it is though. It's like everything's coming back round again. Like you look at the
It's
kickoffs,
great.
people are just kicking it into the corner. By the way, did you see the Newcastle kickoff? By the way, not the Newcastle. Who were they
Bournemouth.
playing?
It was Bournemouth.
mate.
I wouldn't want to try that.
They ain't even just kicked it into the corner. What he's done, he's laid it back 6 yards, flicked it up in the air, and volleyed it. Absolute bung
put high,
of
yeah.
it
High, isn't
all
it?
the way up, landed on the edge of the 18-yard box, and Nick Pope just went cheers. But what they're trying to do is buy as much time, so they want as much height as possible, right? Buy as much time for all the players to get up around it, and then it's just like back.
But it's like what they do in rugby. That's the most common kick.
Yeah, but get after that,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
on.
yeah.
And it's just
Up and under.
smash.
It's a territory game, isn't it? And I guess nowadays with pressing teams, the percentages are more in your favour. Simple,
Fulham are a sneaky good team, you know.
I think they had the most aesthetically pleasing goal of the weekend.
Beautiful, weren't it?
The pat from
the
Iwobi,
finish as
Harry
well,
Wilson.
like,
It was
The
lovely.
finish
It
starts
was so
really
nice.
and it just tucks in so perfect.
There's something about like a low
it's
curler,
lovely,
like
yeah.
Like
it's great.
but the pass, no bobble whatsoever. The finish, just
great,
in his
weren't it?
step. It was lovely.
Yeah, Fulham were
Damsgaard as well. His goal was
beautiful, mate.
Yeah,
good
yeah.
team, Fulham, mate. Really, really good teams. A couple of teams, honestly, but not even a couple. There's quite
Brentford
a
are
few
going to be
now.
relying on long throws, mate, to stay up.
Yeah.
Brentford, they are. Yeah, they've got a set piece coach as a manager, haven't they? So
Yeah,
they'll be all right.
they need to be on it.
Before we go to the quiz, Ballon'dOr, it is the awards tonight. Who's winning it, lads?
Well, for me, I would like Yamal to win it.
Me too.
For what he did last summer with Spain. I thought for that platform, for a really, really young player, and to be playing at Barcelona, but what he did last summer, to win that for Spain, has to be the winner.
Do you know what?
But is that not a
my
different
problem
year?
with it? Is that what he did last summer? What about the whole 12 months? Like, because the Ballon d'Or has become
Recency bias.
it's
just pure recency
if you win the
bias.
Champions League and you have a good year, you're in with a chance. If you win a major if it's tournament year, Euros, AFCON, etc.
It can only be one of them sort of... I would love to see Mo Salah win it. Honestly, I would. I think Mo Salah deserves something at the end of his career like this, where he's just constantly doing it. It just seems that every year there's one player that probably sticks out ahead of him.
He's unbelievable, and I agree that he is world class, and his output is outrageous. But is he almost like not cool enough?
He'll never win it because he plays for Egypt, who are never going to win any kind of major trophy. He plays for Liverpool, who haven't won anything in the last few years in terms of Champions Leagues, and that's probably the reason why. Do you know what I mean? This year, to be fair, this year I can't see past Dembele.
I think Dembele, because as well, Dembele's almost rebuilt his career again, hasn't he? He had that massive spike, went to Barcelona, a bit disappointing, and what he's done last year was incredible. Well, who was the last African player to win the Ballon d'Or?
I hope that's not a question in the quiz, Jamie.
Good question.
I just thought, because obviously if Salah wins it...
Georgia
Ware, maybe?
Roger Miller, no?
Anybody in the audience?
Does Roger...
Eto win it?
Am I way off? Roger Miller?
Roger Miller?
That's a long time.
No. He's never won a Ballon d'Or.
Probably won't even a thing then.
Well in the Cameroon.
Georgie Ware I'm going for.
I think...
I don't know if Eto might... I can't see.
I think it's Georgie Ware. Either way, I just think PSG are probably... You could pick a couple probably from PSG who could win it this year, because... Georgie Ware, yeah, it is Georgie Ware. PSG, just honestly, I'm just lucky I got to see them up close in person in the semi-final of the Champions League, and they were just, to watch, it was just beautiful.
Frightening.
Honestly, it was frightening, it was. So I don't really mind, to be fair. You ready for a quiz?
Toes there this week.
So listen, right? There's a 5-point gap at the top of the Premier League between Liverpool and the rest, yeah? So as it stands...
Is the Premier League over?
He's Liverpool, right?
Is the Premier League over?
It's 6-point gap? What? This is an absolute... You're going to have to start sitting out.
No, Toes is here, mate.
You're going to have to start sitting out.
I think ratio-wise, percentage ratios, he's winning. He's winning.
I'm going to have my chip today.
I can't sit forward today.
Jay, let's go. Come on. Last week was a very good quiz, by the way.
Lost last week 3-0, I was thinking.
Very good.
If you use your chip and you lose...
Come on then, let's go.
Welcome back to the football fill-in quiz. As we heard just before, Tom is 6-0 up.
Yeah, but don't say it with a smile on your face like that, because we hate it.
Well, yeah, so you guys have got to work together today.
I'm triple captain him today.
You're triple captain today?
Yeah, I am.
Wow.
3-point lead already,
3-point lead. So no one else...
Mate, honestly.
It's that panic button.
Honestly, that's the only reason I didn't want to do it, because the panic of being 3-0 up and losing like you did last week will destroy me.
Well, you've got to make sure you win then.
That's what I'm going to try and do, Jiminy.
Should have got him a little panic button.
Come on then, Jiminy, let's go.
Okie dokie. Question 1. Chelsea beat Manchester United 5-4 in the League Cup in 2012, but what English goalkeeper was sitting on the United bench?
Tom Eaton.
No.
Ben Amos.
No. Chelsea beat Manchester United 5-4 in the League Cup in 2012, but what English goalkeeper was sitting on the United bench?
2012.
5, 4, between both Bens. 3, 2, 1.
It's not Ben Foster, is it?
No, out. All back in.
Can you ask the question one more time, please?
Chelsea beat Manchester United 5-4 in the League Cup in 2012.
Sam Johnston.
What English goalkeeper was sitting on the United bench? Sam Johnston.
Get in there.
Man United question.
There's always a goalkeeper.
Were you United with him as a kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
They do this all the time.
It's a good question, that, isn't it? That's a good question.
It'll be a Stoke 2003 question.
Let's hope so.
Stoke or Southampton. Loves a Southampton.
We're trying to sabotage you,
There'll
Tom.
not be one in today when I need one most.
Question 2. Nicky Butt finished his career in what
Newcastle.
country?
No.
He's dived in early. No, not India. Nicky Butt finished his career in what country?
China.
China's the correct answer, Watto.
China.
Yep.
Went from Newcastle to China.
Yeah.
Big money. Big
Watto's on 4. I don't think I've ever said that. I don't think I've ever said that.
Oh, hey, you can get cards as well for refereeing, by the way.
They like the power, don't they, the refs?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, see, mocking the afflicted there.
What team in China?
I've had 4 before.
What? I wouldn't have that.
It's wrong, mate. It's wrong, and it's putting me off my stride.
It was, that's what they're called, Shanghai Sip, weren't they?
Sip.
Bang out of order.
Question 3. Where did Dele Alli go after leaving Tottenham in 22?
Como.
Everton.
Everton's the correct answer, yes.
That was too easy.
Got to fire some easy ones.
That's the first time you've ever said that.
I was like, I can't jump in, it's too easy.
Yeah, but that's why you got to jump in on this, mate.
Yeah,
if you don't
exactly.
get anything out there, you're getting nowhere.
What's the score?
4-1-1.
4.
None
Tom's
for
got
you,
zero.
Tom.
1-1.
Oh yeah, but yeah.
None for the master.
Zero.
No for the
None
master.
for the master.
Question 4. Former Tottenham and Watford midfielder Etienne Capoue left the Premier League to join what Spanish
Villarreal.
team in 2021? Villarreal.
Mate. You were there when he left. You were there. You were there when he left, weren't you?
Disgusting.
No, possibly.
Didn't he leave his just dump his like £100,000 car in the car park?
Like Jermaine Pennant, wasn't
No, that was.
Sure he did.
That was the other guy.
Holobas?
No, the guy went on loan.
Peñaranda?
Yeah, him. Yeah. Haircut.
Well, put a question about him.
Loose.
Come on.
Yeah. Next question.
Left his car.
What brand car was it?
Couple of questions there.
Mustang.
There we go.
What's Ben Foster's favourite dinner? Something like that. What's his tipple?
Come on, mate.
Question 5. When Vieira left Arsenal in 2005, who replaced him as captain?
Gilberto Silva.
No.
Oh, that's what I'd have said.
Seaman.
No. When Vieira left Arsenal in 2005, who replaced him as captain?
I think I know it.
Gio Van Bronckhorst?
No. Just you left, Ben. 5.
Sol
4.
Campbell.
No. All back in.
Fabregas.
No.
2005.
Got you thinking. now.
5.
Martin Keown.
No.
Edu?
No. Just you, Ben. 3. 2.
You can't
One.
do that.
Jens Lehmann.
No.
No.
Ashley Cole.
The answer is Thierry Henry.
I was going to say Thierry Henry.
Until someone tried to cheat in the background.
Wow.
No cheating.
I was
Hey,
literally going to say that as well.
come on, official.
We'll have to give a yellow card to the...
Honestly, that's straight red and out of the room.
Well spotted, though, Tom.
Don't fly in it. No, I don't
It's
care.
very competitive. So, scores.
That's an unwritten rule.
Yeah. 4-1-1-1. 1.
No, 4-2-1.
4-2, sorry. Mate, sorry.
Has Tom got one?
No, I'm on zero.
Oh, he's on 0. Oh, wow.
Big zero.
I'm not like to sit forward in this, but my hips absolutely called me murder.
Excuses.
I sat on the edge like.
So old.
Question 6. James Milner and Fraser Forster were at what club together at
Newcastle.
the same
I
time?
said it.
You say Newcastle?
I said it before him. Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
I don't know.
I swear
Yeah.
I said it just before you. What?
Ben said it last. It was one of them two, but I think.
Oh, wow.
It was one of which two? Ben who?
No, Toes didn't say it first.
I said.
wow.
It was one of them two.
Oh, wow.
I said it before you.
Oh, wow.
Well, I said
Did you say Newcastle as well?
I said Leeds.
Well, that's Watto then.
No way.
That's me then.
What are you?
Yes!
We'll give it to Watto.
Say
I want a VAR on that.
Brilliant.
What did you say, Tom?
I did a VAR on
I
that.
didn't say anything.
Okay.
Why don't we all just have a little vote?
Fuck off, Bolton. No chance.
No, we
I was with him at the same time. I should.
Jamie's throwing shade today. He just said to me, what did you say?
That's why I reckon you think it was. He said whatever he said
Come on,
before
next
me.
question.
Oh, wow.
That might be one.
I beat you to that.
What, so
Definitely beat
you're...
you.
6,
This is it.
2,
Five.
1.
I'm out.
5.
I'm out.
5-2-1-0.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Tom can't win.
Hey, well done.
No, fuck off. Get on with it.
Question 7. Steve Bruce won the majority of his player trophies at Manchester United, but what other club did he win trophies at as a
Birmingham.
player? No and no.
Oh.
Steve Bruce won the majority of his player trophies at Manchester United, but what other club did he win trophies at as a
Newcastle.
player? No.
Yeah, before.
I don't even know where he played.
I think I know.
I think I know it.
5, 4,
You got to tell us when we're
3, 2,
Where's he before?
1. You're out, Tom.
Sheffield United.
No.
Norwich.
Didn't say all back in.
Well, we are
I didn't say all back
you
in.
said 5, 4, 4.
I did not.
He
I
hasn't
did
said
not.
it.
I did not. So
Why
you
am
guys
I out?
are both out. You out because you lost the countdown.
I didn't say anything.
So am
Yeah,
I
no,
in?
you're in and you're in. Yeah.
You just counted it down to 0.
I count down to 0 and then I've got to go all back in.
I've got to
Right,
stay calm.
We said the rules.
Referees.
Jamie, can I answer?
He's like, I had one good
For
quiz
the
last
sake
week,
of the
so I'm
game,
gonna ruin it
if
this
it's
one.
Sheffield United,
Jamie, Norwich.
just give me the point.
No,
It's not Sheffield United.
the answer is
fucking
Norwich and Ben Tozer. And that is the rules and that is the
No,
rules.
you don't. I got that fucker right as
At the
well.
start, you were here. You were here,
Get
Watto.
off,
What's the
man.
score?
Watto.
He did say you have to wait until I say all
5-2.
back in.
Nil.
Wait till I
I
get that
said
point back
the
on
rules
VAR as
were-
well.
Told
when I
me
get
I
it
was
back.
out for no reason.
No, you were out because of the first countdown, okay?
I said to you, count it down, and
Yeah.
then we're in.
Yeah, but if you remember the rules at the start of the season, I went, you've got to wait until I say all back in,
It's,
and you both jumped the gun.
Next question.
So I'm not in the wrong.
What, you've won anyway?
What,
Well
so
done.
he's,
It's fine, don't worry.
he is fucking furious.
That was it, mate. That was a win.
It's his eyes. It's his eyes.
Come on.
Question 8. What manager called up Alan Thompson to England?
Oh, good question. Good play.
What? Left
Stuart
foot
Pearce.
wand?
No.
Yeah.
Glenn Hoddle.
No. What manager called up Alan Thompson to England?
What's his name? The one...
Which one?
Can't give you that.
We
5,
can't talk, can we?
4,
There's no point me getting
3,
ruining the game now.
2.
Graham?
No. All back in.
Who's Graham?
Who's Graham?
Don't know.
What's his name?
Not
What's
Graham.
Mike Bassett based off? What's Mike Bassett based off? I can't think.
The Brazilian. Graham.
No, it was after it.
No, mate.
It might have been after Venable. Yeah, it was after Venables. Go on, Sven.
What manager called up Alan Thompson? Sven is the correct answer.
So then.
How about them? Game's done.
Well done.
So even though he didn't win, he still ruined the question.
No, I'm delighted. Tom, well played,
Are
well
we still doing
played.
the last question?
Yes, we are. Come on.
You still had to do something.
I'm hanging on to this.
Hold on, you got knowledge from nowhere. I got that.
I got it from
mate.
you.
That's a bad question, that, Jay. That's like...
What?
Why is that a bad question?
Because not many of our people will even know who Alan Thompson is.
Yeah, but we're doing the quiz, not them.
You know,
Yeah, but we've got to still worry about the people at home enjoying the quiz.
But there will
Yeah.
be people that do know about it.
Anyway, I think you've done great today, Jay.
cheers, Watto. Question 9. Chelsea won the Premier League in the 2004-05 season, but who was their shirt sponsor?
Samsung.
No. Teased you with that one. Chelsea won the Premier League in the 2004-05 season, but who was their shirt sponsor?
Is the quiz done?
No, you
Stop,
can still
pick
level
your
it.
toys
You can
up.
still level
Come
it
on,
with...
You can answer.
Come on.
You
Come
can
on,
still
Jamie.
beat them.
I don't know.
Time's ticking.
5,
No one wants to go.
I don't know.
4,
Do you know it?
No.
3, 2, 1. All out. All back
Is
in.
it 3?
Sorry? No, it's not. No.
You know, there's...
No, it's not
Number
3.
eight.
It's not 3. No, that's
You're
very
not free
recent.
rate, mate. No.
That's
no.
very recent, that
What
is.
year? 0405?
Chelsea won the Premier League in 2004-05 season, but who was their shirt sponsor? Tom, this is to go level with Toes and
I don't
Bendis.
care, I can't win.
I know, but
That's such
still
a
beat
bad attitude.
Neggy.
Don't
Neggy.
know, Jay. Don't know. I don't
You don't
think
know?
anyone knows, no.
I don't know.
Fly Emirates.
Yeah.
If I'd have said Emirates, would you give it me?
Yes.
Samsung shirt. Who do you picture? What player do you?
Drogba.
Drogba, Lampard.
I was SCNL, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Malouda.
Makalele.
Makalele.
Malouda was.
You get a point if you name all the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check. Terry.
Carvalho.
Come on, last question, Jay, anyway.
Paulo Ferreira.
Question 10. Jed Spence started his professional playing career at what club?
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough is the correct answer,
Good. Well
which
done,
takes
mate.
it to 3, 2, 1, and the winner, Watto, on 5.
Boom, we're in!
Well done,
Come on!
Watto.
I knew I played the
Watto's
card
What was the final
correctly
score?
today.
5, 3, 2, 1.
5, 3.
Was it 5?
Close. So with that Norwich question, you'd have tied breaks it anyway.
Yeah.
So what happens then if I actually find out I answered it quicker? Do you go down to 4 and I go up to 4?
Oh, was that?
No, we're fine. We're fine, Watto. Don't worry.
Mate, honestly,
You won it
today, you're refereeing what, like,
Abysmal.
average at best. Yeah.
Abysmal. No, it's not.
Spal abysmal. Don't say
Today,
anything.
today,
No.
today, this is impossible for me to say because I like you a lot, but today you were like the shit, Mike.
At least I've got air.
Quickly, spell abysmal.
A, B, Y, S, M, A, L.
Well
L.
done.
Come
Al
on.
Al. Did you say double L then?
No, I said 1 L.
He didn't. He did. He said Al Al.
Oh.
I'll give it you either way, all right?
Cheers. Thank you.
Where's the cut-off point? Where's the
Spelling-
cut-off point?
spelling
What's
test,
that from?
is it?
Anybody? Yaz?
What's that?
What's the cut-off? Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Anyway.
Right, well done,
That's the quiz.
everybody. We'll see you next week. All the best.